Ladies and gentlemen, it is a new week, and you know that this week could never, ever be complete without us. It is a Tuesday, and the time has finally hit 3 o'clock, and you know that we are coming live from Badling on the biggest radio station in the land. This is Lobata Online Radio, where talent lives, and this is where the hustlers and the creatives come from. This is where the youngins wake up in the early mornings to go find that first worm. If you're not a hustler, then you're not from LOB. Like I said, it is Tuesday and the time has finally hit 3 o'clock, and this is the SouthSide Drive, coming to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, and I am your captain, I am your driver, I am your pilot, I am your brigadier, I am your superintendent, I am the one that makes sure that you have to have a good day when I am around. I am the boy doing things, the boy who never stops. I am SWANK worldwide. And as you know, this is a particular show where I get to give you your much anticipated news. I keep you updated on what's happening in the country. I give you your top news. I give you my views right here on the SouthSide Drive. And in that particular segment is which we call Gear 1. Right, and we have one particular segment, the second segment, which we call Cruise Control, and on the third segment we call Final Destination. Right, Cruise Control is where I get to give you any insights on what I think about anything, and Final Destination is where I get to give you your much anticipated sports news and your gig guides, and I get to give you my top 5 recommendation songs. And I got good news to share, but we'll find out more after we go for this short break.
Find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Lobata Online Radio; Twitter @Lobata Online Radio; YouTube @Lobata Online Radio, or email us on lobataonlineradio@gmail.com.
You are tuned in to the biggest radio station in the land. If you have just joined us, this is Lobata Online Radio, where talent lives, and we get to give you the freshest and most dynamic shows that you could ever find on any radio station today. This is us in BOT, and we get to give you the freshest shows every day of the week. On Mondays, we get to give you Voice Up by Mpeme Molai, coming to you every Mondays, as I've said, at 10 a.m. And at 1 p.m. you have the book review by Lebogang Kendi Mozela, coming to you every Mondays at 1 p.m. On Tuesdays you have the boy, the pilot, the captain, the brigadier, your boy Mr. SWANK Worldwide, giving you the SouthSide Drive every Tuesdays at 3 p.m. And on Wednesdays you have MC Spunky giving you the Bumpy Cruise every Wednesday at 5 p.m. And on Thursdays you have DJ Vic giving you the Rhythm and Dancehall Punch every Thursday at 8 p.m. On Fridays you have Salangana with Nick every Fridays at 6 p.m. And on Saturdays you have the Kasi to Kasi Top 10, right, by DJ Vic at Saturday at 12 p.m. You know, so this is me just giving you an insight. So tune in. You might find out that you like the other shows, right? So this is me about to dive into Gear 1, which is a particular segment where I get to give you your much anticipated news, right? And I give it to you with a twist. I get to give my own view of it. You know, you get to know what I think about those particular news. I get to break it down. I don't just tell you what happened. I get to break it down with my own view. So that is something very new and fresh, and I guess it's not really out there. So yes, let's just go for a quick music break, and then we'll be back with your top stories on Gear 1.
Too good, nigga. Way too good.
Yeah. I'm cruising the hood, ke batla bojalo lona le itswaletse skala bochafa ke tsere batso ntse ba tswaletse ka tsona go e chele ke bona mafodisi a tletse mo tseleng araba mogala ha ba ka ntshwara go lela go seleng a ba bule monyako re tlose bodutu suba your bluetooth The sharp as Gubu. I go to tell a story, some of bunny, let's get a ball. Get a shot, Yana Taro, I said, Budu. I get a polo, what happened last night, all I know is nigga Jabus. I just woke up early in the morning, go about to keep it clear about troubles. Kaki bone, phone you, I guess my bunny, let's buy Pamos. Manata, my bunny, no Munzi Tata, guess my let's buy Zubus. My bunny, let's hold a leash. Cool it, let's guide the beery. Baba Lassa Gassi Didi, Kona fella, Kitty Cotta, Titi Didi. Oh, can get out the Cassi Marocas and take the Cassi out of me. I'm not the type of floss, a guy expensive bottle, get no cut, much a cheese. Get a milky booty legs, get the Waki Didi, man booty leg. Get up on a level to make booty leg. Bambas are bags and got the booty leg. Keep on a go body. Yano go twitch. Yano bar ready, no la pink, carrebatit. Rogala go papa, says a holo get placa. Rogala go bala, my name about your Sena Dizaga. Kabara Mareki, I'm the king monada. Tibadi eyes, a cooler aim to Tanya Yala.
Yes, Gabon, as a step. Total President Amikera has done where that I want to be done.
Rino la joala about tour. I kere le gana go bula. Rino la joala about tour. Wow. I kere le gana go bula. Rino la joala about tour. I kere le gana go bula. Rino la joala about tour.
Let me welcome you back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gear 1 and these are your top stories. Number 1, DJ Fresh handed $15,000 to 4 murder victim families. The 4 families included that of taxi driver Penyo Jacoba, who was brutally murdered, another taxi driver Ufi Tlile, who was shot, one Onemo Tlabakomu, who was also murdered, and Pastor Paul Sekha, whose family house was burnt to ashes by some residents of Molepole in protest of the murder incidents. When handing over check, Moraing strongly disputed violence and ritual murder practices and further cleared it that no family has been silenced by government. You know, I feel like this is a great gesture coming from DJ Fresh. It will not wipe the pain away of losing somebody or losing their houses, but it can go as far as helping, and in like the little things, just as a sign of like saying that we are with you. And Anisha Gautuse crowned winner of Miss Botswana 2024. So she won. Second place was secured by Sibaga Manyapeta, and third place was secured by Harley Hatchfield. So this is not about the pageantry, right? I'm not a pageantry person, but it has struck a bit of debate of a lot of people going through wardrobe malfunctions, and it's very sad. I've gone to see all the dresses and even the crown. It's not really up to par. And somebody says after every 2 years we always gotta dispute, just have something bad to say, and every year it's declining, about the service that we get to see. And I think, even as a person who's not up for this huge interest in pageantry, it's really a disgrace. After seeing the crown, it looks so cheap. And I think over the years, I think that's what has a lot of things gone wrong, because the other people, I remember there was one Miss Botswana who won a car, but then she never received it, even after being promised it, and it was taken back to the dealership, which goes to show like, no man, a lot is going on. What can be done, right? What can be done? I'm not really a person that's got too much info on this, but what can be done? right? And third, police to crack the whip on those who do not make way for VVIP convoys. Manze specifically addressed the alarming trend of drivers failing to respect and yield to presidential convoys, security escorts, and emergency vehicles. He stressed that such behavior must be recognized as a serious security breach and dealt with promptly by the police service. Okay, this one I am not gonna agree with. First of all, our roads are not really, as a driver, I feel like our roads are not really at a certain point where you can just yield out of the road like that. Why are you gonna yield on a pothole? And who's gonna fix that? Because it definitely ain't gonna be you. And I feel like this one is wrong because these guys, I get it. There were certain the robberies, yes, there were certain heists going on, but that is all behind us. I feel like what is left now is just people trying to feel like they're doing something, because right now these guys are always going at, like, I feel like they're trying to put on some joyrides. The security guards are going at about maybe 160 kilometers per hour together with these police forces. For what? Because I'm talking from experience, because the same thing happened to me where I was forced to yield. Where do I yield? I'm forced. It's at a point where they don't care, but it's either I yield and die, and die, because what they're focused on is just getting out of there. If maybe we had good roads, first of all, that maybe yes, I could go to the other side, then that was good. But where do I yield? Because our roads are not good enough. Our roads have potholes. Our roads are not just, come on, you get the picture, right? I feel like this is so wrong, and they're just doing it just because they want to feel some adrenaline rush, or no, we are doing something for the country. But those times are way past us now. They're way past us. It just sounds like a person who's still trying to wear a mask during corona times. Chill, brother, chill. I know there's still viruses here and there, but chill. You're reminding us of the dark days. Come on, guys. This one, some MPs buy from us, says a sex worker. Vic clarified that her work primarily involves door visitations as an escort, charging between 1,000 to 5,000 per session. Her clients range from country dignitaries, lawmakers and businessmen, to affluent young individuals from wealthy families who seek entertainment. I don't know what to think about this one. I feel like it's sometimes a bit personal. It's kind of a bit personal, but then again, I don't know what to think about it. I feel like it is personal, but then it strives a lot of negativity with it, because a lot of people now, a lot of young girls can get into it because they want some of that cash. And with all this unemployment, these certain guys are willing to get anybody into it so that they can get what they want, and the young girls to get what they want. But do they just leave clean? Because there's a lot of attachment to do with it. What can be done in a certain issue, right? Ladies and gentlemen, that was Gear 1 with your top stories. Let's just go for a double play, and then we will be back for me to give you cruise control, where we get to discuss a bit of what I get to think about when I'm not on radio. So let's go for that double play, and we'll be back right after that.
You are tuned in to the SouthSide Drive with SWANK.
Hi, this is Amu from Melanin Dolls, and you're listening to Lobatse Online Radio.
ke saka mokgwenyana o dirile saka ke saka mokgwenyana merero le basadi a fetsa a robola balamonwana merero le basadi a fetsa a robola balamonwana oti wa sanelwa mokgwenyana wa sanelwa oti wa sanelwa mokgwenyana wa sanelwa akekolona basizanalizane mipulolwe bakalana batangalizane zikhomoni diduletsimalaben dangla nemiwa diduletsimalaben dangla nemiwa diduletsimalaben dangla nemiwa diduletsimalaben dangla nemiwa akotiwa sanelwa idirokoliri ele akotiwa sanelwa idirokoliri ele anyana wa sanelwa idisutule mmoka anyana wa sanelwa idisutule mmoka ba sanelwa arba sanelwa ba sanelwa Yotofanga mikosi ure makoti unafika hainditibativa Yotofanga mipululu ure makoti unafika hainditibativa akekolona basizanalizane mipulolwe bakalana batangalizane zikhomoni akekolona basizanalizane mipulolwe bakalana batangalizane zikhomoni hainditibativa 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 hainditibativa
Batlolala bantibile jang woke up in a bed and bantibile jang whoa bapotsa re ke tsogile jang ba ntshwara go sele ba ntshaba re ke godile jang whoa a re se takile bitsa banyana ba malao ba re ba khapile batho ba rata go bona ga o stakile he we sale re mona phapile gate o letse a gamile gate manyora ba letse ba mo kgamile ne ba tsena mo ntlong e ba kuka materase ba soka zakanyana ena e tšhafile ene o letse o le bofile ga ke sure gore kebo e go dropile nna ke tsone tse re di bonang ga o popile think about it a o tshopile setakile smandla landlord wa nkokotela side check wa SMS-a machonisa wa mfounela setakile smandla mapodisi ba nkemisitse license njemisitse you know what I'm gonna do ga se traffic e bola motho ga te traffic e bola motho bine sentla ska khopa khote ya mena ke bola motho mo khote ya mena ke bola motho ke tsena ka di woko tsa di red carpet ba mpitsa ankele wa di leather jacket wa di budget you know I'm a hot target can't take setsa toro in a black market mabane ke thulametse ka pelo etso le mosadi yo montsha pere pentwetso ka ditlhako tse dintšha le hempetso ngwana nkgasta chang khopotsa rasetso if you talking about money that's a classic talk na ke rata motonyo like I'm a traffic cop ha lo mona ja mofufutsa wa phata gago think about it o ja khata gago setakile smandla landlord kokotela side chick wa SMS machonisa wamfonela setakile smanja oh mapolisi bankemisitse license njemisitse you know what I'm gonna do yeah batolala bantwetse jang ha ke pala message ka di positive ha le sengwe nka go bereka go chopisi to plan a robbery mo chopisi oh 3 weeks later, same topic. Nowadays, my old banana lady office. Fuck a smart done taggers, we are unemployed. She wanna give me blowjob cause I'm unemployed. Whoa. Wanna tala kale gemblara. Niggas panaka overall le temblara. I be in your area, jaka mo kanslara. Kaki buisa de le strangera. Pull up in your city, kari bouncera. Sale number 1 without a sponsora. Bana barata majita a decente. Basa bere kenka weekende. Whoa. Setakile smanja oh landlord wankokotela side chick wa SMS machonisa wamfonela setakile smanja oh mapolisi bankemisitse license njemisitse you know what I'm gonna do setakile smanja oh landlord wankokotela side chick wa SMS machonisa wamfonela setakile smanja oh mapolisi bankemisitse license njemisitse you know what I'm gonna do
And we are finally back from the break, and we are welcoming in our second segment, which we call Cruise Control. And this is a particular segment which I get to tell you what's going on in my head when we are not live. So there was something that caught my attention not so long ago. Do remember that from the last episode, I did tell y'all that I joined a program, right? So in this particular program on Monday, we got to watch so much of a short drama, right? It was about just GBV, just to enlighten a lot of the kids on GBV and the impact it brings. And there was something that caught my attention, right? So as we were reaching our conclusion in the teachings, one particular student got to mention something about, it was something related to like what do we call it, defilement, right? So this girl child talks about how she's in a relationship with some guy, right? So she's turning 19, by the way, if she's not 19. So she was talking about how this guy is 30 something years, and particularly she's building with this guy. So it caught my attention on how a lot of kids might possibly be going through this and thinking about building a home with such people. Do the parents know about it? Like, let's just go for a quick break, and we'll dive right into it, right? Yeah.
The SouthSide Drive, Tuesdays at 3 p.m. on Lobatse Online Radio.
So, yes, to carry on this particular conversation, right? I'm just a person who never judges. I hardly judge. That's one thing I know about me. I'm a person who really tends to mind their own business, Well, growing up, I used to question a lot of stuff. But as of late, growing up, you just learn to, let people do that thing. It's a way of learning, So, eventually the people will learn their own way. So with me having this particular conversation, because do remember that it's a program, so it's a bunch of people there, your age mates and whatsoever. So she's talking, like you don't understand love. She was talking about how you don't understand love, right? Like don't I get to have a say on like me loving this particular person? And we explained to her that, it's not about what you think. As long as you're not 18 yet, the government thinks for you. So whether you're in love, whether whatever you are feeling, it's not based on the idea like that is you. You're still young to understand what you're getting yourself into. And it goes on to like how these things go on in our children's lives without us knowing, right? Because a lot of things are happening in our children's lives that we do not know of. There are sometimes things that I hear that go on with people around, even from my own family, the kids and all, and I'll be like, man, how did that pass me by? And we expect children to know better because what's more fascinating is the particular fact that I believe that peer pressure doesn't exist, and we always know that we have a choice, but we choose to do certain things just because, even though we know the consequences of it. And this is what happened with this particular girl, because when asked, what would you say if anybody you knew was in that similar situation, she boldly said that I would advise her not to go through that. See, I knew what I was doing was wrong. I knew that I was young for being involved in this particular relationship at the time, which she's still involved in, by the way. So I knew I was wrong, but I knew what I was getting myself into, right? But I wouldn't advise anybody to get into it, because there's a lot of things that can go with it. But I knew the risk, so our lives are not the same, which you see, she knew. It's not even peer pressure at this point. She knew what she was getting herself into, right? But she just chose to ignore the consequences of it, because at this particular point it just breeds into many STIs. It breeds to teenage pregnancies. It even might even lead to GBV cases, because your child is being treated by a woman and she's being abused, maybe emotionally, physically, you never really know, right? But it'll probably just seem like school stuff, like girls had a fight, but it's more deeper than that, So look at the fact that she knew what she was doing, right? She knew the consequences, but she just chose to, I don't know, just ignore that is happening, because I knew the consequences, So let's dive deep into this. Tell me what you think about it. Let's just go for a quick break again, and then we'll be back to add more into it and conclude it. We'll be back right after this.
Ngizohambela kumngane wakhe ngimtshela ngiyashada. Onyinyo wanga ngizohamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada, onyinyo wanga ngizohamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada. Utshele mama wakho Mary, Mary, utshele baba wakho Mary, Mary, utshele mama wakho Mary, Mary, utshele baba wakho Mary, Mary. Baby, parado, let me in, babe. Complications, that's a no. I swear to God that I'm all got a long journey to walk. Me and you, Tina says me and you, Tina says impilo ya meyako bambela, impilo ya meyako bambela, bambela. Onyinyo wanga nizo hamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada, onyinyo wanga nizo hamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada. Uchele mama wako Mary, Mary, uchele baba wako Mary, Mary, uchele mama wako Mary, Mary, uchele baba wako Mary, Mary. Señorita, mamacita, put our lives on a replay as if it's a B-day. Wanna celebrate a V like a mandate. Señorita, mamacita, put our lives on a replay as if it's a B-day. Wanna celebrate a V like a mandate. Me and you, Tina says me and you, Tina says impilo ya meyako bambela, impilo ya meyako bambela, bambela. Onyinyo wanga nizo hamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada, onyinyo wanga nizo hamba nawe, onyinyo wanga ukushada. Uchele mama wako Mary, Mary, uchele baba wako Mary, Mary, uchele mama wako Mary, Mary, uchele baba wako Mary, Mary.
Yes, do remember you're listening to the SouthSide Drive coming to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. And this is Lobate Online Radio, the biggest radio station, Lobate Online Radio, where talent lives. And to carry on to what I was saying, if you remember a few minutes back at Gear 1, as I was closing in Gear 1, we talked about how I felt that a lot of young girls might possibly be influenced in going to these relationships with the bigger guys. You know, mostly sometimes it's because of daddy issues, right? You have to look at them having daddy issues. You have to look at unemployment with its rate in our country, and we have to just look at how they just want nice things. Everybody wants to see themselves doing well, but with girls, I think it's more of a vulnerable thing, and I feel like it's not gonna be safe for me not to mention guys in this particular subject, because as much as it is a girl thing, it is something that is happening for boys. Because I feel like we as guys growing up we grow up knowing that we gotta be head of the house. We grow up knowing that we have to get money. We grow up knowing that we have to lead. We have to be seen as providers, right? So when you reach ages that we are at now, in fact from just 18 and above, we start to feel the pressure. Sometimes the world is not giving us that particular pressure, but we are giving us that own pressure, right? And more so, we look at the internet. You know, the internet, these social media platforms are basically the sites that are giving us all these unnecessary prejudice. But if we look into it, most of these people that are claiming to be living big lives aren't even living those big lives. You see people now getting more into crime because why? They're trying to portray lives that are out there. The rich lifestyle, but the person isn't really living that life. Like you try visit the person and you see no. And this starts from school, dog. It starts from school where you see a person just putting themselves under so much pressure because they're trying to portray a life that is not them, And growing up, you see, like I say, these young girls going for all this, affirmation, looking for safety in these big guys, and they take advantage of that. And these guys normally just know what they're doing, so they just go looking out for sugar mummies, because you have certain older women that are just trying to release, get that energy, that young blood energy is what they call it, from young dudes, and they know that they get something from that. And with that being said, the money that they get for their hard work, which is in bread, it gets to become security for them to show, like these peers of them that I'm living the good life. And forex with forex being a popular thing now is arguably one of the safest excuses to pop out. Funny enough, I read somewhere that a few weeks back, some kid, a guy, was in a relationship with some older woman. He even had a car. Imagine your child just coming in with a car and saying it's his car. He hasn't even turned 18 yet, but he can afford a car. And you look at the expensive gifts he has, the expensive clothes, and you don't even give your child that. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening with our kids that we don't know of. Let us teach children not to succumb to the pressure. Yes, it's hard, but I think it starts from an early age, just teaching children how to even learn another way you carry yourself in a way that pressure doesn't get to you. Give your children more security and things that they don't need. Take your children out to date, spoil them a little bit, not too much, but a little bit, to know that nothing impresses them. Kind of some kid doesn't see 100 puller, she doesn't get 20 puller, she doesn't get, so another guy sees it as an advantage, or she doesn't see it every day, so it brings comfort. What do you think he's gonna be paying himself with? And then we are the very same people that are gonna go where and then report, and these cases rise up. We also have to have an impact on children to be able to, choose the path correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, but this is something that if you want us to continue, we can continue on. But for today, that is all I have for you on Cruise Control. And it is a major key, just so take care of our kids. Let's make sure that they're doing the right things. And let's go for a quick break, and we'll be back with our final segment, with no pun intended. It is Final Destination, and I do get a surprise for you. So let's go and we'll come back right after this.
In the mix with DJ Vic on Lobasi Online Radio.
Hello, Botswana, it's ATI. It's Sound Emotion on Lobasi Online. Hi, I'm Cardi B. Okay, I'm kidding. It's Ingrid, and I'm tuned into Lobasi Online Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with our final segment, and like I always say, with no pun intended, it is called Final Destination, right? This is where we might say we have concluded our ride for today, our destination. We are just there, so I've got a bit of a surprise. So Final Destination, for those who might be new, is a segment where I get to give you your much anticipated sports news, your sports transfers, your everything. And we also have the gig guides. You also have the top 5 recommendation songs. So things will be a little different, since I'm a person who feels like there has been a lot going on with me. I get a little too busy or whatsoever. For the sports people, I decided to find a sports anchor who will be giving you your sports news, who will be giving you everything. So with me, I'll just get to be giving you your intros, your gear ones. I'll get to give you your cruise control and your gig guides and my top 5 recommendation songs. But as for your sports news, you have a new anchor, right? And his name is G Master, and he will be with us every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock on the SouthSide Drive on the sports news. You get to hear everything from him, and he goes by the name of G Master. I'm very sure that he will introduce himself, but I just wanted to do the formal introductions, so he will take it straight away, and I will come back and get to give you your gig guides and your top 5 recommendation songs. Danko.
Hello everybody. I'm your boy G Master. This is the SouthSide Drive. Allow me to bring to you sports. I'm with my boy SWANK. Nididireka this weekend. Nidibuwa strong. Mabaling. We had awards. We had some friendly international playing on. We had a lot was happening this weekend. So firstly, let me start with awards that just happened on Saturday. Just know Women Managers in partnership with Women in Sports hosted the second edition of Vunani Annual Botswana Women in Sports. This past Saturday, it's 23. They only wanted to award Women in Sports. Corresponding the administration of the year, it's a game Daphne Katlego Rakobe of the basketball. Mind you, Katlego Rakobe, she went to officiate go FIBA. That was Rwanda, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm correct, you correct me. She went there to officiate some games. There is a top official when it comes to basketball. We salute you and your teams. The president of Basketball Association Botswana, Rale salute the basketball. We see you guys, because they managed to scoop 2 awards from these awards. Basketball, this weekend. The young promising female athletes. Tunya Butle Majama of athletics. Team of the year. It was an obvious. We all know what the men have been doing. The mess. We know they have just qualified for the AFCON women finals. Morocco, if I'm not, Morocco this year. Just know the men will be participating. So above Vena they will have opportunity to qualify for the Olympic and go play the World Cup. We saw a sportswoman of the year with disability. Makosi Lydia Takanel of Sumi, a winner sportswoman of the year with disabilities. Rebone sportswoman of the year Yako Refilo Toloke. Top jersey number 7. We know her from the Mess and Mamelodi Sundowns. She played for Gaborone United ladies team before Amuvela to Mamelodi Sundowns, where he's doing her business. Good now. She's doing her business. Go. Just remember, she won top goal scorer. That was Kev. CAF Champions League. Yabo meh. She won top goals scorer just recently. He for she. Borre baba mo sporting le bomme. He for she. The bonete wa ke re offensive bakwadi. Wa karate. He won the award. And then we went to Women Empire of the Year, Dorothy Okashi. He won the award. We went to Sports Journalist of the Year, Anita Ranova. She took the award. Television Sports Journalist of the Year, Tiriki Motlalipula. Radio Sports Journalist of the Year, Neo Skilo. Abaitzel. Rale Cooper, Rale Battle Bomme. But online radio where talents live. Rale Battle Sports Gakwa. Feel free to come to Sports Mall about the online radio. The only Sports Journalist of the Year, photographer. It's a waki Kennedy Ramokoni. Big up, Omi.
Already Lobatse online radio.
UB Hawks nena le desert now. Bafana ba ko desert. Bafana ba ko tsabo. Le ba wone mathata. UB Hawks 5-0 desert now. City Paula nena la Presence 11. City Paula Edisa. This stripta Presence 11 tintsele mogotsone. Better 1-1 City Paula 0 Presence 11. Mogodi 10 fighters otata. Abasi cheke ba tsama. Mogodi 10 fighters 0-1 Una Flamingo Santos. Harbone loko rieni ayona First Division South. Kogodimo is Youngsters. Tamile 17 games with 37 points. 7 points clear ahead of the number 2, which is City Paul. 30 points. Una Flamingo Santos. 30 points. Sports number 2 and 3. Both Daleka. The only difference is goal differences. Just only the difference. Points wise, Daleka. Number 4 is Mochudi Sanda Chiefs with 25 points. Number 6 is UB Hawks with 25 points. Presence 11, number 6. 23 points. Number 7, Cloquin United, 22 points. Number 8, Extension Gunners with 18 points. Oh, Mudimu, Leba Horo. Yuri Black Forests. Number 9, 18 points. Number 10, Not One, 17 points. Mogodisano Fighters. Number 17. Number 11, with 15 points. Mogodisano Fighters. Desert now. Number 12. With 11 points. Eish. Let's move on to regional football, Division 1. I'll just quickly go through the results at the Vela. Dr. Hell, I'm more interested in the teams I'm all about, which is Maletamote and Lobate Stars. Course, Maletamote is number 1 on that log. Number 2 is Lobate Stars, followed by River Grass on number 3. These 3 teams, Lobate and Malapauja. Mind you, this year I got 3 points. Maletamote is on top with 3 points, followed by Lobate Stars. This year, River Grass with 3 points. The most the interesting part. Madam, the Bone Matata this weekend, Mataitai. Biditelo Lobate Stars 2-0. Mataitai from Moshupa. Biditelo Lobate Stars 2-0. River Grass. Mabiditelo Makokane Young Brothers 1-0. Maletamote were held to 1-1 draw by Blue Diamonds. International friendlies. International friendlies. As we all know, it's FIFA week. This past week, FIFA week here, born on Friday. The Mighty Zebras. A 4 Nations tournament to Madagascar. Rabona Batameka Rwanda on Friday. They played to 0-0 draw. On Monday, they played to Burundi and they played 0-0 draw. What's happening at the Zebras? What are the Zebras? But I'm going to 0-0 fair. Yo, Hartolela international friendly still time over the weekend. Like a faster. Mr. Swank, our neighbors, Zimbabwe and Zambia. They are playing 4 nations tournament to Malawi. Zambia and Zimbabwe and Zambia, they played 2-2 or draw. Zimbabwe winning 6-5 on penalties. Malawi were hammered by Kenya 4-0. Ivory Coast played against Benin 2-2. These are friendly games. Ireland were playing against Belgium, played 2-0. Slovakia played against Australia. Australia winning 2-0. Denmark played against Switzerland 0-0. Uruguay. Sorry for that. Croatia played against Tunisia. Croatia winning on penalties 5-4. France. Nearly Germany. After so long, I don't know after how many years. I would say Germany since 2014 when they won World Cup go Brazil. Last one. Now. See Brazil against England. Brazil, they travel all the way from Brazil to England. Wembley Stadium, where the game it was played. About a 17-year-old Hendrik scored his first Brazil international goal to defeat England 1-0, and he became the youngest ever male player to score go Wembley. Monato wa kgwele ya dinao hela yalo tla ke di tshware gone ha Kirsala le mananeo Lobatse Online Radio. Remember, this is the SouthSide Drive.
I think my baby girl don't love me no more. Oda pakela kabo hapa stay for. She don't love me like she used to do. I really love it, I don't know what to do.
Kanako ga ya tshwarna gona ke go latela bolente ona hela o di busa le bodinde maloba ke biriswe ke di bonta go menge witse gona go mpotsa ka ma paycheck ga re sena di show ga o batlo go nche o itirile monyopo ile fanga go tshwara o ntsa mama 6 ke lekile go betsa ka letheka ka re same ke sa gago mare go ntse wa teta na modimo o mpile ka iketla ke balwa mo top 10 le fa o ka nchita. Oh look, is that just it? Malaika ke go bona o tletseng kane ene a o santata o tlhanya le bafana ba dikara a re robetse o mpha bokwatla bosigo o ntšhapa ka dikgono o gana ka dijo tsa bagolo. you don't trust me. Some of your friends wanna me, but I wanna live stress free. Ari yemi sa kulana jana resi. Ako yemi sa kungala like form 3. Adi tsala tsa me didn't check out what I'm not free. Baby, please don't judge me. You a grown-ass girl, so fussy. Number one, what you chat, you been through it all. Skalebala kwa risante. Oh, look, is that Tuesday? Oh, look, is that Tuesday? I'm not gonna choose anybody but you. I'm not gonna choose anybody but you. Oh, look, is that Tuesday? Oh, look, is that Tuesday?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was G Master with your sports news. I hope that you loved him. I hope he's a man that understands his job, and I have done a great job with the team in selecting a man that knows his art. That's what we are all about here at Lobata Online Radio, where talent lives. And you see the slogan, where talent lives. We identify talent. That's what we do. And yes, kudos to you, Mr. G Master, and I hope to working more with you. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, man. And yes, let's get into your gig, guys. Do remember April the 13th, which is my mom's birthday, apparently. I gotta act like I don't know. Yes, it is my mom's birthday, and I hope that she can join us at the Kiddies Fest, the Bundling Kiddies Fest. Do remember, it is a big event for the kiddies where they get to enjoy a little day out, you know, where we get to take them out, you know. We also go to PlayStation, Meraba, get to know about the cultural, you know, like the old cultural side of things, because everybody don't know normal like you know, as much as we speak English here, we do understand a whole lot of Tswana. And yes, do remember that also part of the money is gonna be going on for a donate book drive, where we get to donate books for the kids and help a government in donating a book. You know, it could be your child, it could be your friend's child, so you know that it is one event that is a must attend. So do check it out on Facebook. And it is the time where I could never ever leave you without giving you my top 5 recommendation songs. You know, these are songs that I feel that you need on your playlist and that could lift up your mood. So at number 1 this week, we have DJ Miles featuring Priscilla K with a song titled Man in the Mirror. At number 2, you have a classic. You know, this is a classic. I saw it the other day and I was like, man, this is a classic. It is Ben T with a song titled Naomi. Naomi. Yeah. At number 3, you have ATI, the legendary ATI with a song titled Rolling Stone. Morena. It's a song that you need to listen to. It has a strong message. That is ATI for you. At number 4 is Ice Cold Mob with a song titled Friends. One thing these guys did that was bad was breaking up, you know. But the song titled Friends, like, I don't wanna be friends, yeah, you know, send that to your crush, you know. And at number 5, you have an utmost classic. You know, this one resembles more with me because I remember 2015 when it came out. I listened to it and I remember, and I was like, man, that chick is so good. And a friend of mine named Brian was like, no, that's a guy. And I was like, man, so they're more like me, you know. More so it was like because growing up in the music, they used to call me Nicki Minaj. I don't know why I say that on radio. But at number 5 is DJ Crispin featuring Hansi with a song titled Sedilaka. And let me just do a quick recap. At number 1, DJ Miles featuring Priscilla with Men in the Mirror. At number 2, you have Ben T with their song titled Naomi. At number 3, you have ATI with their song titled Rolling Stone. At number 4, you have the Twipo dudes called Ice Cold Mob with a song titled Friends. At number 5, you have DJ Crispin with Hansi with a song titled Sedilaka. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been good. It has been a really, really great time. I've told y'all about when the shows come on, so do give an ear on those particular shows. It has been real, it has been good. It's always a fun time being here. It is Tuesday and I come to you every Tuesdays at 3 o'clock. It has been a fun hour. I am your boy, I am the Presidente, I am your superintendent, I am your brigadier, I am your captain, I'm your driver of the SouthSide Drive. I am SWANK worldwide. It has been real, it has been good. Danko means thank you, but fair to see you next time.
Do you want to advertise your business, your products, your services? Do you have an event that you would like to advertise? Or even much better, you have an event that you would like for it to be covered? Well, say no more. Email lobatsaonlineradio@gmail.com or call 72960417 for unbeatable advertising rates you won't regret. We are Lobatsa Online Radio, where talent lives.